Yep. Rising through the ranks, tearing through various opponents throughout the
so here's game 1. Samus for Afro Smash, Mario for Supahsemmie. Game 1 on Town and City. I like the stage choice and I don't like it. I feel like Samus needs a lot of space versus Mario. And you kind of get to a kill early with screw attack, especially if you mix up there the eye. But we all know how Mario kills. It's gonna be up the top.
Indeed. Now what you'll see characteristically from Afro Smash's play, he's very sort of on and off. He's very good at this slow, methodical neutral at this long range, but he's more than happy to send out those sudden burst dash attacks and get that big damage coming out. Misspaces that one though.
We can see it with the down tilt he used earlier, just kind of out of nowhere, and that's a very punishable move, but that's neutral for you guys. So, of course, Supahsemmie is going to be looking for those grabs. Let's see what he can do with this one. Yeah.
What a fantastic read on that air dodge. He had that fair primed already, and he takes Afro Smash's stock in powerful fashion.
That's what he does, man. He does a lot of that. Not as much as Skipper, but quite a bit. Of course, maybe Afro thought that he could DI towards the stage and be safe regardless, because he did just fly right past the edge. And there's Semi with the up throw, and that's super scary. I don't know how, but these Marios are making up throw work better and better as the game progresses.
And I'm liking Supahsemmie's use of the cape in neutral to try and stop those dash attacks. And of course, it beats out any projectile that Afro Smash might want to throw out too. Woo.
Yeah, there it is. Big damage for Supahsemmie. Finishing off with the classic super jump punch from an extra bit of coins. No auto-link though, so Afro Smash is still hanging in there, but he is getting absolutely run over by Supahsemmie at the moment.
Yeah, Supahsemmie with a giant lead. Afro Smash sitting at death percent. This is very, very scary for him. He's going to need to...
No, there it is. There it is. No, that was the bait.
He's going to need to sort himself out for the next game, because Supahsemmie had his number right there. Yeah. Very strong.
So as a Samus main right there, that was not fully charged. So you think they won't expect this because your arm cannon isn't flashing. So that's when you're a little bit more confident to shoot. But Sammy just knew, man. Now, he does have a bit of Samus experience. I've met him numerous times in brackets, at locals and national tournaments alike. Obviously, I'm not nearly as good as Afro Smash, but he definitely knows about the spacing and the options of Samus, at least.
Right now, it feels like Afro Smash is going to need to find ways to keep Supahsemmie out a lot better. Supahsemmie was finding his ways in very effectively with his short up approaches and with his roll-ins. Afro is going to need to look out for that, and he's going to need to control his space properly.
Has been trying to use a bit of down tilt to scare him off, hit him while he approaches, but it hasn't worked since his first one. And all the while, Supahsemmie is just stalking and shielding at the exact right moments. Getting all this damage, man. 85 to 16. Here comes Afro Smash. Nice SDI from Supahsemmie. It's very unfortunate for Samus mains that up air can be SDI'd quite easily, making it harder to follow up.
Once again, getting punished for these whiffed or block dash attacks. He's got to be careful with where he places them.
Another little down throw combo, up air and super jump punch, getting some good damage once more.
Excellent. And he lost his jump. He didn't land on the platform, and the Flood ended up taking his stock a lot earlier than he would have liked. Right, gets the grab.
Okay, this time he follows his DI correctly with the up airs. He gets 2 of them and catches his landing with a fair. Afro Smash looking a little bit better now, at least, at the start of his second stock. But Supahsemmie still firmly in control, getting a nice couple of punches, but he misses the grab, which is, of course, the end game for Mario. Or at least the end goal of this pressure.
Afro Smash is whipping a lot of his normals at points that are unsafe. He's expecting Supahsemmie to force his way in, and Supahsemmie is waiting. He's looking for the moments where Afro Smash whiffs and punishing accordingly.
And that's the really intimidating way about how Supahsemmie plays. Doesn't play aggro, doesn't play defensive, he moves along with you. If you're an aggro player, you'll think Supahsemmie plays aggro. Oh, excellent forward smash! It actually got the sweet spot on that. Of course, looking a bit like Mario's forward smash itself with the explosion at the end of the punch.
Yep.
But yeah, Supahsemmie, man, he's a player who flows with you. If you play aggro, he'll go in with you. If you play defensive, he'll take his time. Making it really hard to get a read on what he is actually thinking.
Right, but now finally, Afro Smash finding the space that he needs, and an excellent aggressive grab right there, knowing that Supahsemmie was, of course, on the defensive at that point.
Yeah, it seems like he's gotten a little bit more comfortable with space on around this particular Mario. Using a lot more Zair than at the start. Excellent shot! And air dodge is not going to get stopped by the bomb. But he is keeping him in the corner, which is very important.
Yes. The way that Afro Smash is maintaining that mid-range this game has been so much better. It's been incredibly key in him getting this lead so far.
Yeah, actually having a lead now, and he lands with the back air for the A landing, but just enough lag on that to get hit by the shot. So, a game for Afro Smash after a disastrous start of the set. He is climbing back in there.
Yeah.
What do you think we'll see for game 3? Supahsemmie's got the counter pick.
All right, so knowing that that stage offered a lot of space for Afro Smash to retain that mid-range, I feel like Supahsemmie will opt for a smaller one. Either go for the tri-platforms like Battlefield, or maybe go for Smashville, as we see. Yes, he goes for
that's
the
a smart choice. I think in general stage width is not taken into account often enough. So I guess this makes sense over Battlefield because it is Samus' best stage. I personally always ban Smashville, but that's personal preference. Afro Smash, some Samuses, maybe he's one of them, like to make use of the platform to get that charge. But so far he's been keeping it on the ground.
He's got both the final and landing hitbox of that down air for that little bit of extra damage.
It's very confusing moves. There are a couple of moves in this game that have a landing hitbox that don't look like it.
Yeah.
Okay, more ladder combos, but we ain't air dodging anymore.
That time the spacing was excellent from Supahsemmie to catch the whiff dash attack.
Back throw is not going to do it, despite the borders. Of course, Samus is still top 8 heavy. Oh, that roll's getting read by Supahsemmie, but no up smash, getting a grab instead.
Yeah, and you see Afro Smash very often opt for the neutral get-up option off the ledge.
Oh, that should be it.
Oh, no, misspacing it, but he gets the second one for good measure. Only 32% on Supahsemmie. How will Afro Smash turn this around?
He needs to keep him in the corner because almost all of that damage came from him being in the corner himself. And that's the power of Smashville. Flood instantly gets you off stage or in the corner, and it's very small, so not a lot of space for Afro to retreat. So he needs to make the most out of every hit he gets, which he just did. Nice little combo.
Yeah, very good use of the down air. That's something that he hadn't brought out all set, so it was definitely something Supahsemmie wasn't expecting.
Bomb on the ledge. No, he opts for the neutral air, but Supahsemmie did not jump from ledge. There it is, tag in place.
Excellent catch on the tech.
That's the beauty of charge shot and Zair. Covers everything except for tech in. Hey, Sammy!
Oh,
watch out!
Very, very ambitious charge on that forward smash, but I like the idea coming out from Supahsemmie, demonstrating his confidence versus Afro Smash.
Afro Smash being saved by the backward movement of the platform, but it's not going to help him make up this deficit. He needs to get in some hits of his own.
Excellent use of the Zair, making it faster to get back off the ledge, and catches and finds the back air. 94% deficit on Afro Smash. Can he make it up?
Oh, watch your roll. Supahsemmie's coming at you.
The Dutch crowd has erupted for Supahsemmie. They want him to get this win. This will be a huge win for him if he's able to get it.
Oh, that should be a shield break. That was a shield break, but Afro Smash.
Oh, he got the shield break!
He gets it
Can he get the stock here?
Yes.
The bomb into the down air! Oh no! He misses it!
He misses the
down
air!
That is critical!
That was it. That was the set. That was the set right there.
This could come back to bite. Come back to haunt Afro Smash.
Oh, and now it's scary. Back
This is
throw.
incredibly scary. Afro needs to find his way out the corner. 155% versus Mario. Even back air is looking like a kill move at this moment.
And he still has a lot more to go before Afro Smash's moves are gonna kill. Of course, we do have the power of rage. There
And
it
he
is.
finds it! He finds the up smash and takes the set! What a fantastic showing by Supahsemmie. That flub from Afro Smash really,
that's gonna haunt him for the rest of the weekend. That's gonna haunt him for the rest of the weekend, man.